Hey everybody, welcome to Life at Sunny Lea with Kathy Jarvis. And I've got the whole day to myself, so I am going to defrost the chest freezer. Now, it's kind of cool in this porch. It's not really cold, not really warm. So I did put on the heater low. Now I've got half of this already cleaned out, working on the other half. And you see, it's not built up really bad, but it is starting to interfere with the way it closes. You can see back there where the mound is starting to go over the edge. So it's not really closing the way it really should. So it's time to get this defrosted. And it's also a good time, since the freezer upstairs is just about empty, I can put most of this food in that freezer. That way I don't have to worry about coolers and ice and all that stuff to keep this food cold. And it's a good time to go through it. I'm going to leave the stuff that's 24 upstairs in that freezer and move everything that's 25 and younger down here. And that way I'll make room for the harvest this year. So I'm going to finish cleaning this out and then we'll go to the next step. Alright, I got everything into the upright freezer. It helps that it was almost empty. It is packed overflow right now. But since it's not going to stay like this any longer than 24 hours, it is still better than putting the stuff into a cooler with ice. So I'll shut that door and let this get to work and go downstairs and start working on the chest freezer. Now I lucked out. I did not have to move the freezer. The plug is over on the side, so I was able to unplug it without any problem. Basically just leave it melt down, keep the lid up, heat up the room a little if you can, and let this unthaw enough that you can just scrape the sides. It's not really bad. Once I get this top off, especially that corner over there, I'll be okay. I'm going to put some bowls of hot water in here. Not boiling water, just hot water. That will help help raise the temperature here. So that's what I'm going to do next. Okay, it's been about an hour. My freezer came with this handy dandy little scraper, which I used to scrape the side. Did not have to put the water in to the bottom. It does have a drain hole down here, right there. If I wanted to wait and let this ice just melt into water and then it would drain out. But that's not me. I want to get this done. So I will come in here with my hands and get this ice out of here. And then I'm going to wash the whole thing down with a solution of baking soda in water. And then dry it out real good. And turn it back on. Leave it get up to the right temperature. I have a little gauge inside, so I'll know when the temperature's right. And then I'll start putting the food back in. And I will inventory the food and make sure that I use what I have. And one thing I read is to keep it from building up, you should probably go through and scrape it once every month. Just scrape the sides down a little bit to keep this from building up. But live and learn. Now, to get busy picking up all this ice. At least it's a nice warm day and not too bad out here with the heater going. And it's only taken me an hour to get to this point, so that's not bad at all. Okay, according to my instructions on my deep freeze manual, after I get defrost, I'm supposed to wash the inside down with a solution of 2 tablespoons baking soda to a quart of water. Wash the sides all down and then dry them, and then put the thermometer back in and close the lid and plug it in and let it get to the right temperature for me to start putting the food back in. So we're going to wash down the sides, and then we'll wash the outside also where we got the solution here. All right, when you're cleaning this, don't forget to clean the gasket around it, make sure it's in good condition, and then put your thermometer back in. I use this little Govee thermometer. It tells on my phone, it alerts me when the temperature goes down below the what it's supposed to be. And it's a very good, works really well here. So we're going to close this up now and plug it back in after I clean the outside. Close up, clean the outside, then plug it back in. And then wait until the temperature gauge says it's back into the freezing area, and then we'll start putting the food back in. Like I said, I'm going to put the bought-in food, the meat, is going to go in here first, and then we'll go through the stuff upstairs, and the ones that have to be used right away will stay upstairs or be put in a certain area over here, depending upon how much room I have when I get through. So, close it up, get ready to wash the outside. Alright, well, I'm waiting for the freezer to get cold again. I decided to go ahead and just straighten up in here, get the junk out. And so we're going to clean this room. Alright, temperature in the freezer is back to normal. Did an inventory of everything that I have in the freezer. And as you can see, it looks so much neater. You'd be surprised how much space sacks can take up. And I have a really bad habit of just grabbing food, throwing the whole sack into the freezer, and then walking away. By taking all that out, taking all the expired food that was supposed to have been used by 2021, taking it out, and just having fresh current food in there, and letting the lid close all the way down has made a big difference. As far as the rest of this room, I have some stuff I need to take outside, some stuff that needs to go in the garage. This, I haven't decided what to do with it. I'm downsizing upstairs, and this is one of the items as looking for a home, either in the house here or someone else, depending upon whether the boys want it or whether I find a place for it. And of course, I cleaned out the grill, cleaned it up. I got some stuff, trash that needs to be taken away. The salt has to be put away once winter's over for sure. And the cream I need to take out and put in a spread. And then I can put that away. But everything else in this room is pretty much done. Probably need to wash the windows. I haven't done that, nor the curtains. And there's some spots on the wall that needs to be touched up yet. Didn't quite come clean the first time around. So I've got that yet to do. I'll get that done tonight yet. But other ways, once I find something to do with that, this room will be done. So I hope that you learned something and got our freezer cleaned out. Hopefully we can keep it from building up by scraping the sides. That's the first time I've had a chest freezer. I've always had an upright that self-defrosts itself. So this is my first time defrosting a freezer by myself. I used to help Mom do hers all the time, but that was a long time ago. And we didn't have another freezer. We had to put everything in coolers and wrap it in paper and then work as fast as we could to get it done. So having the other freezer almost empty has really made a big difference. And got all this done and plenty of time to spare. So remember, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.